The most important test of an insurance policy is how it responds to losses. So when devastating fires swept through the Blue Mountains in October, hundreds were forced to dust off their insurance contracts. That included Yellow Rock residents Gordon and Lynn Pendlebury, who lost their house, their horse, a 15-strong car collection, and most of their belongings to the blaze.
I probably only had 10 seconds warning. The minute I turned round, the fire was there. The fire would have been 100 metres away and 100 feet high. Unbelievable. It was just like looking into a vortex of swirling flames. It was just unbelievable. Never seen anything like it in my whole life. Probably everything we've ever bought over the last 40 years.
Been married just over 40 years, so every single thing.
How are you, Paul? Good to see you.
You too, yeah.
Fortunately for the pair, they were insured through an insurance broker who quickly took over the claims process to make sure it was as painless as possible.
I assured him that I'd put things in place with Allianz, and I rang Allianz, who had already set up a dedicated claims unit based in Queensland. Got a contact, they rang me back, and the claim was registered, and that afternoon about 4 o'clock, though Allianz was actually ringing me to see if Gordon and Lynn would need some emergency cash, which we arranged, and money was deposited into their account that afternoon.
Initially the fire, as I said, when I first saw it, was just directly behind the dam, but then it actually shot through this whole area here.
Gordon says the speedy response was heartening.
Immediate. If it wasn't on the same day, it was probably the next day. I didn't approach him, he approached me. And I don't think that would have happened if I hadn't gone through a broker. I couldn't ask for a better relationship between a broker and ourselves.
Personally, the most satisfying thing is to see Gordon and Lynn today, even though they're only living in this little box here that Allianz has provided for them. We've seen the plans to rebuild, and when I come back again in a few months' time, the rebuilding process will have started. But substantially, Gordon and Lynn will be able to rebuild. They've got sufficient money. Unfortunately, out of the 209 people that lost their homes in the bushfires, over 60 are not going to be able to rebuild. Some of them have decided to make a change. Some of them it's simply because their sum insured's inadequate, and that's a worrying thing.
Murphy says brokers are able to help clients out at all stages of the insurance process, but it is when push comes to shove after a claim that they can often make the most difference.
Well, our first duty is to be the client advocate, to put the client's interest before anyone else. It's part of our code of practice. It's part of the DNA of a good broker, an insurance broker and advisor.
Any time I speak with anybody now in regard to insurance, I say, whatever you do, go through a broker.